The studio wasn't ready for this kind of spiritual plot twist. It wasn't just a performance night, it felt like a storyline that destiny intentionally crafted. When this little Filipino Christian boy walked out on that AGT stage, nobody expected anything historic. His shoes were simple, his shirt wasn't designer, and he had that super innocent, church youth group look that made everyone think he would sing something soft and angelic like Amazing Grace, or a Disney worship-like ballad. But the moment his name came up trending on audience cell phone whispers before he even sang, people were already talking about the rumor online that he was going to perform a song that the internet called the devil's song. Even in the holding room, crew said they've never felt a weird spiritual tension like this before. It was like heaven versus darkness storyline energy loading into that stage. Simon asked him gently why he would choose a dangerous song like this. He smiled like he knew something bigger was happening tonight. His voice when he spoke didn't shake. It was so soft, respectful and holy sounding that you would honestly think he didn't even know what evil meant in life yet. Then he said the exact line that changed the entire energy in the room: "God told me to shine light in dark places." The air literally shifted. Crowd went silent. And then the track started. Cinematically perfect. His mother was praying on the side with her hands locked together like she was holding onto heaven itself. The whole AGT building leaned forward because everyone became terrified and hypnotized at the same time. This wasn't normal risk-taking. This was spiritual war with a microphone. When he opened his mouth, it didn't even sound believable. His voice didn't match his body. It sounded like a legendary old-school blues rock soul singer from another lifetime came back inside a child body. He was hitting dark, gravel growl notes like a warrior exposing demons and then instantly switching into angel crystal high notes like pure living light. Everyone forgot to breathe. People were covering their mouths because it didn't make sense. It was like he broke the laws of what a child singer is allowed to even do. Producers backstage were literally staring at each other in shock, like, what are we witnessing right now? It wasn't just talent. It felt like this was written in prophecy. Simon Cowell began reacting differently than he ever reacts. His fingers curled tight against the desk. He was staring so hard without blinking that fans in audience started whispering, "Simon is scared." It wasn't fear of evil. It was fear of witnessing a gift so supernatural it destroys your ability to think logically. Every time that kid held a long note, the entire AGT room vibrated like lightning was ripping darkness apart. The boy wasn't performing. He was spiritually dominating. The last note hit so violently powerful that the whole crowd jumped up at the same exact time. When the music stopped, Simon didn't move. He slowly stood up almost like a man waking from a trance. His voice cracked and he whispered, "This boy isn't normal." Then without any judge debate, without hesitation, boom. Golden buzzer slam. Massive gold storm raining down like heaven opening. His mother collapsed sobbing. The boy didn't cry. He just calmly closed his eyes, looked upward, and whispered, softly, "Glory to God." The next 72 hours after the golden buzzer was pure online cultural explosion. The internet didn't just react, it detonated. Clips of his performance were being screen recorded and reposted faster than AGT could even upload the official one. TikTok edits with Angel Warrior captions were everywhere. Comment sections were insane. People from all religions, all beliefs, all cultures were debating this kid. Some said he was chosen by God. Some said no human child should be able to vocally war like that. Some said he destroyed darkness with voice alone. The kid went viral on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Filipino mom groups, USA Christian youth groups, atheists forums, music producer forums, even occult symbol conspiracy subreddits. Everyone was talking about him. But the title that stuck, the identity that the entire world started calling him, Angel Warrior Singer. Not cute angel. Not baby angel. Warrior. Because the contrast of his purity versus the dangerous, devil song, shot created the most unique branding AGT had ever seen. He wasn't trying to be a gimmick. His existence became one. People were editing him with anime lightning effects. Others started writing threads like this boy was spiritually sent for the modern time where darkness online is normal and light is rare. News channels and Christian platforms were emailing AGT asking for interview access. A famous preacher in Texas even said in a livestream that this child represented David versus Goliath but in music form. The craziest part, the kid didn't respond to any of the noise. He didn't chase interviews. He didn't post rants. He didn't brag. His IG was quiet. His mom said he spent the next days just praying, practicing, and thanking God quietly. The massive fame didn't change him. That's what made him even more terrifying to the entertainment world, because he wasn't power hungry. He wasn't clout addicted. He wasn't controllable. This became a problem when Hollywood producers started contacting AGT behind the scenes trying to claim a piece of him early. They wanted to shape him with a darker brand. They wanted to build a controversy pipeline because controversy equals viral equals money. They offered stylists, dark edgy fashion, muting the Christian identity and replacing it with mysterious demonic aesthetic because they thought that duality was marketable. When his mom was given these meetings, she thought maybe this was just how showbiz works. But the kid said no instantly. He didn't even think. He said his gift wasn't created to feed darkness, even if it meant millions of dollars. One top producer tried convincing him saying, "You need to be unpredictable so the world stays obsessed." The boy stood up, polite but firm, and said, "I'm already unpredictable. Nobody expects light to win." That line stunned every adult in that room. Simon heard about the pressure and protected him. Simon actually told production to back off branding manipulation because this kid wasn't built for artificial storyline twisting. Simon wanted the world to see a first in Got Talent history, a pure soul that refuses corruption even when the biggest machine tries to recode him. Fans found out about this drama leak on Reddit and the internet became even more protective of him. People from every spiritual path defended him. People started saying this kid is not here for fame, he is here for purpose. And that narrative became bigger, louder, stronger than any marketing agency could ever invent. Because now it wasn't just, Christian kid sings dark song. It became, Christian kid refuses darkness in real life too. And that is when the world realized this wasn't just a viral moment, it was a cultural shift storyline in progress. When semi-finals night arrived, the entire internet was scared and excited at the same time because nobody knew what he would choose next. Some fans wanted him to go softer and safer. Some said he already proved his point. But he walked out on stage calm again, peaceful again, almost like he already saw the future. When the judges asked what he chose for this round, the audience literally screamed before he even answered because his energy already felt like he wasn't going safe. When he quietly announced he chose an even darker song than the first one, people gasped so loud the audio mics clipped. This time he picked a track known worldwide for symbolism, demonic references, and hard rock vocal brutality. But the boy said one sentence before singing that changed the entire meaning of it: "You can't defeat darkness by running from it. You defeat it by stepping into it with light." The crowd went silent again. You could see his mother trembling but trusting God more than her fear. The music began slow like a storm crawling in. Smoke effects rolled across the floor. The camera panned across the judges, their hands tense, waiting. And then he started singing. But this time he changed the melody structure. He flipped every dark lyric and every dark intention and re-delivered it through a voice that sounded like a weapon forged by heaven. It was unreal. He was transforming darkness live in real time, converting it into light by execution, tone, and intention. Every high note was cleaner than the first round. His control was insane. He was bending vocal distortion like a samurai blade. Every time he hit a demonic iconic phrase, he changed vocal color like he was breaking the curse word by word. Even professional rock vocal coaches in the audience had their hands on their face because this child technically should not be able to do this. The crowd erupted mid-song. Simon didn't blink the entire performance again. It was like everyone in that room was watching a divine exorcism through music. When the final note ended, the audience didn't stand slowly, they exploded to their feet like thunder. People were crying. People were shaking. The internet instantly called this, Holy War performance. Finals night was the most anticipated AGT finale in a decade. Everyone wanted to know what he would do now. People predicted another dark twist. But he chose the exact opposite this time. He chose pure worship. He came out in white. No smoke. No dark lighting. No shock aesthetics. Nothing cinematic. Just pure simplicity and purity. He began with soft, gentle worship melody. The audience froze because they instantly understood the bigger story arc. Episode 1: He entered darkness to expose it. Episode 5 He conquered darker darkness. Episode 6 He returns to pure worship to close the war. This wasn't just song selection. This was narrative resolution. When he hit the chorus, his voice wasn't just impressive anymore, it was healing. The energy felt like the whole building was being washed clean. People who weren't even religious felt something emotionally pure that didn't need explanation. There was no fear, no shock, just overwhelming peace. Halfway through the song he smoothly merged the chorus with a second worship anthem, creating a mashup that felt like triumphant victory theme after a spiritual final battle. People in the audience literally held each other crying. Simon put both hands over his face. Not in fear, in surrender. Like a man witnessing something he can't control and shouldn't control. When the performance ended, there was no judge speech needed. The entire stadium gave the longest ovation AGT stage had seen in years. Even backstage crew were silently wiping tears behind cameras. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was redemption art. This was pure light finishing the mission. The curse arc was broken not with louder darkness but with higher worship. The boy smiled softly, bowed, and whispered one last time into the mic, "Light wins."